Hello, welcome to my channel. I am so glad you are joining us today because honestly, we have a topic that hits really close to home for me. We are talking about carbs, specifically the ones we all love but are terrified of, rice and potatoes.
I've brought in our resident nutrition expert, Sarah, to help us figure this out. Sarah, thanks for being here. It is great to be here. And you're right, this is the #1 question I get from clients. Everyone thinks they have to banish these foods to the shadow realm to stay healthy.
Exactly. I feel like every time I look at a potato, my blood sugar just prepares for a launch sequence. But you're telling me there is a way to eat them without the crash?
There absolutely is. It's not about cutting them out, it's about chemistry. We are going to hack the biology of the potato.
Hacking a potato. I love that. Okay, so where do we begin? What is the biggest mistake people make?
The biggest mistake is eating them hot, fresh, and lonely. That sounds poetic, but it's actually a metabolic disaster.
Hot and lonely? Okay, let's unpack that. Why is hot rice a problem?
So when you cook starches like rice or potatoes, the heat and water make the starch molecules gelatinize. Imagine them swelling up and becoming loose and open.
Because they are open, your digestive enzymes can rush in and chop them up into glucose instantly. That glucose floods your bloodstream and boom, spike. Okay, that makes sense. It's too easy for the body to digest. So how do we make it harder?
We use temperature. This is where the magic happens. If you take that cooked rice or potato and put it in the fridge for at least 12 to 24 hours, the starch changes.
This process is called retrogradation. The starch molecules tighten back up and form a crystal-like structure. They become resistant starch. Resistant starch. So it resists digestion? Like it puts up a shield?
Precisely. Your small intestine tries to break it down, but it can't get through that tight structure. So instead of turning into sugar, it bypasses the stomach and goes straight to the colon.
Wait, if it goes to the colon, is that bad? That sounds gassy.
It can be a little bit at first, but it's actually incredible for you. In the colon, it acts as a prebiotic. It feeds your good gut bacteria.
So not only are you lowering the blood sugar impact by, get this, nearly 30 to 40%, but you're also improving your gut health. That is wild. So just by putting my leftovers in the fridge, I'm turning junk food into health food? But wait, I don't want to eat cold potatoes.
Here is the best part. You can reheat them. The structure of that resistant starch is heat stable to a certain degree.
You won't lose all the benefits. So meal prepping is actually your best friend here. Cook a big batch on Sunday, cool it, and eat it through the week. That completely changes my view on leftovers. I used to think fresh was always best. Okay, so we've cooled our carbs. Earlier you mentioned eating carbs lonely. What did you mean by that?
I call it the naked carb rule. You never want to eat a carbohydrate naked. You need to dress it up.
I am loving these visuals. So what are we dressing our potato in? A tuxedo?
Close! We are dressing it in fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Think of these as a buffer or a safety net.
If you eat a bowl of plain white rice, your stomach empties very quickly. But if you add chicken and broccoli, the stomach has to work much harder. So it physically slows down the digestion process?
Exactly. The fiber from veggies creates a viscous mesh in your intestines. It literally traps the glucose molecules so they can't get into the blood as fast.
It's like an obstacle course for the sugar. I like that. So let's get practical. If I'm having a baked potato, what's the perfect outfit for it?
Don't just do butter and sour cream. Add some grilled chicken breast, maybe some black beans for extra fiber, and definitely broccoli or spinach.
The fat in the butter or avocado actually helps too, because fat slows gastric emptying. Just don't overdo the fat if you're watching calories.
Okay, so dress your carbs. That's rule number 2. Now, I've heard rumors about a specific liquid that helps. Is it vinegar?
Yes, the vinegar hack is incredibly effective. Acetic acid, which gives vinegar its sour taste, is a powerful tool.
Do I have to drink it straight? Because that sounds awful.
Please don't drink it straight. You can damage your tooth enamel. Just dilute a tablespoon in a tall glass of water before you eat.
Or, even better, put a vinaigrette dressing on that salad we talked about. It works the same way. And what is the science there? Is it doing the same thing as the fiber?
Nutritionist, slightly different mechanism. The acetic acid temporarily disables the enzyme in your saliva called alpha amylase.
Alpha amylase. That's the thing that breaks down starch in the mouth, right?
Right. It starts digestion before you even swallow. Vinegar puts a pause button on that. It also tells your muscles to soak up glucose faster.
Wow. So it stops the breakdown at the start and helps clear the sugar at the end. That is a double whammy.
It really is. And it's so cheap. You don't need fancy supplements, just apple cider vinegar or white vinegar.
Okay, we have cooling, we have pairing, we have vinegar. I want to talk about the order of operations. Does it matter which bite I take first?
Nutritionist, hugely. This is probably the easiest behavior change with the biggest payoff. We call it veggies first.
So, literally, eat the broccoli before I touch the mashed potatoes?
Yes, if you eat the carbs first, say the bread basket at a restaurant, it hits an empty stomach.
Whatever hits the stomach lining first gets absorbed fastest. If you coat the stomach with veggie fiber first, you build that mesh we talked about. So the fiber sets the stage. Then protein?
Protein and fats second. They further slow down gastric emptying. And then, finally, the starches.
By the time the starch gets down there, it has to fight through layers of fiber and protein to get absorbed. The spike is flattened into a gentle hill. That is so practical. I feel like I can do that at any meal, even at a burger place. Eat the salad, then the burger patty, then the bun.
Ideally, yes. Or just eat the burger with a side salad instead of fries, and eat the salad before you take the first bite of the burger.
Let's put this all together into a recipe or a meal idea. Say I want to make fried rice. Fried rice is usually a glucose bomb.
Nutritionist is actually the perfect candidate for this method because traditionally you use day-old rice to make fried rice anyway.
Right, because fresh rice gets mushy in the pan. So culinary tradition was accidentally metabolically healthy?
Totally. So take your day-old cold rice from the fridge. That's your resistant starch base.
Now, before you add the rice to the wok, sauté a ton of veggies. Cabbage, carrots, peas, bean sprouts. The more, the better. Ratio-wise, what are we looking at? 50-50?
I'd say aim for 1 part rice to 1 part veggies, or even 2 parts veggies if you can. Then add your protein, eggs, shrimp, chicken.
The oil you fry it in counts as your fat. And for the vinegar hack, add a splash of rice vinegar into the sauce. That sounds delicious, and it checks every single box. Resistant starch, fiber pairing, protein, fat, and vinegar.
It does, and because of the volume of veggies, you're eating a huge plate of food, but the glycemic load is low.
I love that. We aren't depriving ourselves, we're just being smarter. What about potatoes? Can we do a healthy potato salad?
Oh, definitely. Boil new potatoes, the little waxy ones, and let them cool completely. Do not peel them.
Why not peel them?
The skin has extra fiber. Remember, we want to dress the carb. The skin is its natural clothing.
Mix those cold potatoes with a dressing made of olive oil, apple cider vinegar, mustard, and lots of herbs. Maybe add some celery for crunch. That sounds way better than the gloppy mayo stuff anyway. And since it's cold, the resistant starch is at its peak?
Yes, that potato salad is a superfood for your gut bacteria. It's fuel, not just empty calories.
This has been incredibly enlightening. I feel like I have permission to eat my favorite foods again.
You do. Food isn't the enemy. It's just information for your body. You just have to send the right signals.
So, to recap for everyone listening, cook and cool your carbs to create resistant starch. Don't eat them naked. Pair them with fiber, protein, and fat. Use the vinegar trick, a tablespoon in water or dressing before the meal.
And change the order. Veggies first, carbs last.
Simple, actionable, and science-backed. Sarah, thank you so much for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure. Go enjoy your potatoes.
I definitely will. And thank you all for watching. If you try the vinegar trick or the cooling method, let me know in the comments how you feel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more practical health hacks. See you in the next one.